this is our this thing, right? This is how it is. So I'm just going to come to this home. When I come to home, so the first thing I'm going to also do is to also change the background, right? I don't want it to be pure white. It is however you want it. It is however you want it. You might decide to leave this plain background. You might decide to just come, like, okay, you want to change the color, whichever pleases you. It is your own discretion. But for me, I'm just going to come to this amber background, then color. I'm going to change the color to, I want to use something light. So I'll choose gray. Let me choose this gray. Can I use? Let me. You can use more color too. Just come here, drag it around. Okay. So let me come to this red. No, I don't want to use red. Let me come to this blue. Please mute yourself. So when you come to that blue, you see that it is still not reflecting. But for it to reflect, you have to come to this transparency. Then you decrease the transparency. If I take it to 0, the blue will appear. It's going. Oh, it is still white. What's going on? Why is it? Am I getting something wrong? Is it, no, it is still camera background now.
I can tell you by experience, and I can tell you from.
Okay. So why is this blue coming up before? You see it now, when the transparency comes to 0, see all the purple. So, but I don't want that purple. I want to use something like blue. So I'll come to this more color. Okay. It is the purple. It is not blue per se. So I'm going to take it to this side a little bit. Then take it up. This is like purple. I want blue. Okay, this is more it's more like blue. So you can change it, can walk around it. Okay, maybe you see as I'm taking it around, the color is changing. I will just take it to this side, right? I'm going to have something like this. I want to have something light. I think this one is even kind of bizarre. I don't want that. I want something light. Okay, I'm going to choose this. Then take the transparency to about 90 to just have a faded background. You see that it is faded. It is still there, but it is not prominent. Let me put it to 85. Will that work? I think we should use this purple. So sorry for being okay. I think this is okay. Let me decrease the transparency to 80. Oh, fine. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to just come to this, because I want to label the name of this dashboard. So I'm just going to come to this text box. When I come to text box, it is going to appear then to tell me to write what I want to write. So I'm going to write Adidas sales analysis. So I'm going to highlight everything. And I highlight it, I will increase the font to maybe 40. You see, as I increase it, it appears larger, but it still kind of looks small. So I'm still going to come here, increase it to maybe about 54. Or you increase it to maybe 60 again. So when I do that, so you can see, just come here, enlarge it, You see that? Can enlarge it. So just take this and draw it. Can enlarge it. So I'm going to make it stretch across the whole distance. Then I'm going to drag it down a little bit. Okay. I'm going to drag it down a little bit. So I don't want this white background. I don't want it. That is not what I want. So you can change the font size, the font or the font type. So for the sake of this, I'm just going to use this. Let me see this Georgia. Does that make sense? Let me change it. Let me use this. There is this particular font that kind of looks nice. Use this Cambria. No, I think this comic. Okay, let's use this Comic Sun MS. I think it looks somewhat stylish. So we are using that. I'm still going to so this background, I'm going to change it. I don't want it to be plain white. So just come to this effect, change the color, and change it to purple. Okay, let's change it to purple. Deep, but okay, let's change it to purple. Can you see that? We change it to purple. Then we are going to make sure that we change the color of this Adidas to change it to maybe something something brighter. So let me use this golden color. Does it make sense? It looks faded in the background. So I'll come here. And just come. Mm. I initially wanted to use green and red, but because of the KPIs I want to put, I don't want it to blend together. So that's why I'm having conflict of choice on the color to use. Okay. So I'll just come here again, try to look for something. This is dark. Dark. This is dark. Okay. What I'm going to do. I'll use this purple. I'm going to look for color. So I'm just coming here. We'll change the color to something lighter. All right, so I'm just going to come here. Let's see how it is going to shape out. Does this make sense? Is it not too faded? It looks faded. Let me broaden it. It's still faded. It's faded. It looks faded. So use something bold. Let me use white. Let's see. I think white is okay on it. So let's stick to the white. Okay. So we have our this thing. Let me change the background to white. Background, come back to white. Okay. I think it looks nice like this. So after that, we are going to start using our KPIs. So I will take this card, right? I'm just going to pick this card, reduce the length, then drag it up to this side. So once I do that, what do I want to show on that KPI? So let me show average price. Now, so always make sure that you click when you want to use the card, click on it. If you don't click on it, if you click on the background and click on any measure that you want to use, it is just going to pick a random card or a random visual for you in the visualization, and you can see. Just pick this what's it called? Column structure, column column chart. So I'm going to remove it. Then click on this card that I've inserted into my Canva. Then you can drag it and then you can check it anyhow you want it. Can you see? So saying our average thing is what? Average operating profit margin is 0.22, 0.42. That is 42%. So I'm just coming to, I'll come here and change it to percentage. Then we have it. It's showing 42.30, right? So just going to drag it here and try to expand it a little bit. It looks way, it's kind of tiny, right? It's tiny. It's not really visible. So I'm just going to drag it across. So as I click on it, I will come to this format visual. When I come to this format visual, I come to this call out values. When I come to this call out value, I want to change the color from black to purple. So we are going to use, so okay, I forgot to mention, we are creating a dashboard, always be economical, right? With your colors, be stingy with colors. Don't just plaster everything with color, like don't turn it to color riot. Like, oh, use about 5 colors. It will create color blind. So maximum of 3 colors, stick to that. So at the end of the day, we might not even use more than 2 colors in this dashboard. So but let's see. But predominantly, I'm going to be using white and purple for this visual. So if after we are going to change anything, it will just be maybe in a rare case. So always stick to 2 colors. And if you cannot stick to 2 colors, max 3 to 4. So I'm going to use this call out value. I want to change it to purple. Can you see? She's showing purple. Then I will come to, you can increase it to, and you can bold in it. As you can see, it is bolding, but I don't want to bold in it. So I'm going to remove the bold. Then I will also change this thing. I'm going to change it to Comic Sans. So once I do that, I want to, maybe you want to reduce the font size to 40. Let's see, is that not too small? Is it visible enough for people to see? So let's increase it back to 45. Now it is in 45. So go back to this categorical label, category label. So this average operating margin that you have here, you can, if you don't want it to appear, then you remove it, but we want it there. So we are going to check it on again. So I'm going to change this to Seagulls UI semi-bold. So once I do that, I'm going to increase the size so it can be visible enough to see, right? 15 is okay. So I'm going to also, to make the color uniform. So I'm going to change this to purple as well, right? It is uniform. So I'm going to this color for value again to change the font to Sigo, to have unique, just always make sure that everything is uniform. Yeah, I think this is amazing. It's amazing. Let me confirm if people are hearing you.
Yes,
Can you
we
hear me?
can. We can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to be sure. So that is we have one of our KPIs, right? So we have one of the KPIs. Just come here, drag it across. Maybe you want to expand it. So you go for the other one too. You come here, but that would be too stressful because you can actually apply everything that you have done here. You can apply. So just click on this, then Control C to copy, then Control V to paste, paste. So we have multiples now. I have pasted it in Continuum. So you can drag it here, take it to this place. To make it aligned, drag it across. You see? It's still the same thing. We are going to change it. I mean, come on. I really. Okay, so we have to now. Hmm, We need to expand this thing because it is KPI. It needs to be bold, like for people to see it clearly. So I'm just coming to this colored values again. Fonts. Or let me check another if there is any other this thing that you can use that is big enough. This one is not big enough. And I love this font. It is stylish. I love stylish fonts. Let me look at Time New Roman. Oh no, it's way too tiny now. Sure. Let's see this area. Can we use this area? It's bold. Okay, let me see if there is any other. Let's see Calibro. No, no. This is too light. No. So I'll just stick to this. Go. Okay, let me just use normal Sego without the bold one. So I'm just going to increase this to make it big. Is it big enough? Okay. So I'll come here as well to this general, okay, no. To this categorical level to increase the size to, okay, I think that is okay. So I'm going to remove all these ones. I made a mistake. Okay. So, so I'm going to copy, on. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So let me have it that way. Sorry. So we have 5. Then I'm just going to drag it across because we'll be using them. Is there any other one? Okay. So we'll take this to this to make sure that they align, right? Um, I'm going to shrink it down. Oh, well, I want it to contain everything, so I still need to remove this. I want it to take all the 6 KPIs that I want to. That's why I want to make sure that I take my time to. Okay, we have this. I think you should take it now. So take the first one to this side. Take this. Make sure they align. Then take this as well. Where's the last one? Then you have it. Right. Okay. Okay, you have all the, but it's still the same thing, right? So just come to this place, then change it to whatever KPI that you want to visualize. So we want to see our total transactions. So take it there. I think we are going to remove this. So take your total units sold. Can you see it's showing 2 million? Come to this one, remove average, then total profits. You have the total profits. Come to this place, change it to total sales, right? Change total sales. Wait, total sales. So this total sales, and which other one? It remains one. Total sales and total transactions, total units sold. Which other one? We have total profit as well. We don't have average price. Let's see. Let's create a new measure to calculate our average unit price. Let me check. Yeah, average price per unit. So let me see our average. Let's create a measure to have average price per unit. So I'm just going to put AVG price per unit. So average price per unit. So I'm going to come here and remove this and put this average price per unit. So let me try to rearrange. Let me put profit first. It doesn't matter. I just decided to reshuffle it. You can put any of them first, just to make sure that yes. Let me put average operating margin here. Then we have the total sales, right? So we have our KPIs at glance, so we can see them. We can see, oh, this total profit, this is sum of sales, this is this, this is that. So one thing you need to always make sure you do is that come to this place and check. You can this call out value, you can come here. It is in auto, right? It is in auto, but you can change it. No, this is not what I want to do. Where is that call out values? Yeah, it is this place now. Okay, display units, how you want it to display. Normally, this total profit is in million. So it only makes sense to leave it in auto, to leave it in that million. If I put 1,000, it will be overstretched. Can you see? We need to drag it across because the currency is in million. So just put it to million. At this minute, it is 10, like maybe you just have 1,000, right? You can just leave it like that. But it is a million. Joe, just take it back to million. Take it to auto. It will automatically take itself to that. To take care of that. I think there is something we have not even added. Can anyone remind? Can anyone take note of, like, what do you think should be here that is not here? Anyone?
Currency.
Currency. Well, that is a nice observation. That's good. Yeah, but that is not exactly what I want. So I'm going to put that currency now. Yeah, thank you. Let's put
Yeah.
currency. Something else.
Month on month growth and year on year.
Well, that's not exactly the case. Our total transactions is not here.
Transaction.
Oh, that's good. We have not added our total transaction. Yeah, so that's it. So this sum of total sales too, I'm going to change it to because it is currency. Sum of total sales. Where is total sales? I'm even using wrong KPI for this. So I'm going to put this. Okay. So total sales, change it to currency. So we have it in dollar. Then unit sold. Let me take this one to have that consistency. So you know that, okay, this is money, this is percentage, this is that. Yeah. So we have the 2M. I have everything like this. So this 2M that you have here, it is somewhat misleading. It doesn't give us the accurate picture. I'm pretty sure, I've not confirmed, but I know that this total unit sold is actually more than 2M. So to always avoid this fallacy, always come to this formal visual, come to this callout value, and come to this auto and change it to million. Oh, okay. So once you have it in million, change the decimal. Try to change it to 2 decimal points. Can you see? We are missing a whole 48K, 480K, right? So when the decimal point was not in 3, it was showing just 2 million. So when I change it to 2 decimal points, it's showing 2.48 million. That's 480K that is totally missing. So if I didn't change it back to these 2 decimal points now, we just be having 2M, and in their own mind, when they are seeing it, they will just be saying, okay, total unit sold is just 2 million. Whereas we are having 480K in the background. So always confirm, change this. Let's try to change it to 3 and see. Can you see? It is even 2.349. But if I change it to 2, it should give us 2.48, right? So depending on how you want your data to be, so I don't know if this approximation is not really an exaggeration. So because we still need 2 decimal points, so we just leave it at 2.48, right? So we have everything, but we still need to change this particular total sales. That's not what we want in our label. So come to this category label. Now, is that where I'm going to come to this general? This effects. No. I want to change this. I mean, that means I have to go back to the measure. I will rename. What can I do? I don't want it to be total sales 1. All right, so let me come back to this. And because we already have 1 total sales, that is why it is not. Can we rename this? Should be able to do that. Good. Let's change this one to total sales. I will add S. Just keep it that in mind. I add 2 S. I'm doing that just to make sure that, yeah, we have the right format, this thing for this one. So that's what I want to achieve. So I'm going to change this to total sales, rename it. I'm going to remove that one. It makes no sense to have total sales 1. So come back to our dashboard. You see that it is automatically adjusted. So let's see, before we also move ahead, come to this. I want to enlarge this. It is general. Okay, no. Categorical label. I still want to increase it. It looks tiny. So we have, okay, let's leave it as 20. So in another case, I've just applied another formatting on this, which means the callouts category label for this particular one is now way bigger than the other, where we have total sales, total units, so it's bigger. So if I want to apply that, instead of me to be doing copy and paste again, just come to this format painter, click on this card that already has the existing format that you want to apply on the rest. So just come to that, click on it, then click on format painter. Once you click on that format painter, you see that, can you see something like a brush all over our dashboard? So just apply it on any listing that you want to apply it to. Can you see? This thing has increased too. So click on that format painter again, apply it. It has also increased. Click on that format painter, apply it. It has also increased. Click on that format painter, apply it. Then that's also included. So that is what you can do actually to save yourself the stress of doing everything manually. So I'm going to shrink this to accommodate the one KPI that we have not added, which is our total transaction. It's too close. It's close. Okay. I want a reasonable space between them. And I want this one to appear. Okay, so maybe I should just remove this average operating units, right? So to accommodate that total transactions. Where is our total transactions? Now this is transactions month on month. Okay. Nice. I don't want it to be like this. So I'll just come here, format it to color this call out value. I'm going to change it to 1,000, right? So have it in key. Oh, that's too much. So I will change this to 2 decimal points, right? So it is giving us 9.64 key. So we have our KPIs, right? Oh, this is already 5:55. We are going to stop on failing by what time? By 6:15. Yeah. We start by 6:15, then tomorrow we are going to continue. And I think tomorrow is the grand finale. So, but that 5 p.m. tomorrow, I'm not so sure yet, but it seems I'll be having a program to attend. So if the time is by 5 as well, so that means we'll have to shift it to something between maybe 2 to 3. But I will communicate the time with you once I confirm it. Yeah, so we already have our KPIs. So we can now start trying to use other visuals. So the first thing I'm going to use is that, let's say, want to see.
Sorry, excuse me, sir.
Okay.
After you did the format painter for the 2.4 something,
Okay.
the total unit sold, it removed the decimals from it.
I don't get that.
You know, you put the total unit sold to be decimals.
Total unit sold, yes.
That paint, it removed it.
Okay. It's showing because I'm applying key on that. That's why it is showing. So let me come to this. I'll change it to million. Is that what you are saying? This is what you are saying, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. Good. Thanks for the observation. So now I'm just going to look at this thing. We want to see how our data, how it actually shapes out. Let me look at the variables that we have. We have products. So we want to see how they perform. Each of these products actually generated the highest profit or the highest sales. So let's first of all work on sales, right? So we want to look at products by sales. So I'm just going to use this visual. So I'm going to use this clustered column chart. So after that, I'm going to put so as you can see, if you look at this visualization, you have x-axis and you have y-axis, right? So under our x-axis, so I'm going to put, because I want to check for profit. So I'm just going to put this, what's it called? Let me see. Okay, let's see. I want to do for sales first. Where is our sales? It is total sales. So I'm going to drag total sales to our x-axis. Right? So then I want to see it by product. How did we mix it, like the sales by product? How did it go? Or not? Okay, it is showing counts. So no. What's going on? Why are you showing count? Is it supposed to be on y-axis? Okay. No. Okay, so we have it. We have the sum of the products, right? So let me drag it and try to expand it because it looks really clustered. So we drag it across, we expand it a little bit. So I'll just change that to this clustered bar charts. Yeah, I think this clustered bar charts makes sense. So just try to shrink it a little bit, drag it across, move it up a little bit. Okay. So let me, it looks so tiny. It looks tiny. Okay, don't worry. I'll just put it that way. I'm going to do it like this. Okay. So we have the product total on sum of products on sum of total sales by product. As you can see, men's straight footwear is actually the one with highest sales, right? So I'm going to no. Let me expand it a little bit. So I'm going to decrease this. So we have our sales on that. So we have products by sales. Let me look at. Okay, we have sum of products by sales, right? On sum of sales by product. So I'm going to look at sum of sales again. I want to look at, so basically these areas, I'm just going to dedicate everything to sales. So let me look at something else you can use. We already have products. What else? We have sales method. We have sales method, right? And we also have retailer. So we want to know some of sales by retailer. By retailer. So let me come to this place. Then what's going on? Oh, sorry. Sales by retailer. Then let me use this clustered column charts and see how it will pan out. So I'm going to check retailer. Then where is some of sales? Total sales. And you see that it also gives us the this thing. And I think maybe we should also change that one to bar, to change it to bar chart as well. Yeah, I think we should change it to bar charts. Make sure they align. Sure they align. Some of sales by retailer, and I want to see some of sales by, let's see. I want to see some of sales by sales method. Let me even see this product. Where is that sales method? Okay, this sales method. Then some of sales, total sales. Right, we have it. I'm just going to shrink it a little bit to make it it's not taking it all. So since we have just three, let me use pie charts. So I can use pie charts since it is just three, right? So always be mindful. Once you have some like these charts, they have their respective the applicable situations where you can use them. So once you have once you want to visualize something of more than three variables, don't use pie chart. So if I should just use sales method, let me put this particular one, let me remove sales method and put product, or let me even put location, like let me put location and let me put city. See that it does not make any sense. See, we have more than, I don't even know, because in this United States, they have 50 states, and in each state, there are many cities. So now this does not even make any sense. Like, it does not communicate anything. So anything that has to do with anything with more than three, at least maximum of four variables, don't use pie chart. Okay? Go for alternative visuals. So what I'm going to do is that I am going to increase this our Canva, right? To be able to accommodate as many as possible. So Canva background, Canva setting. So the width, let me try to change this to let me see, 2000 by 2000. So let me see the width. It's still the same thing. Oh. It's still kind of small. It's still small. No. Let me come to this, please. Oh, no. Come to this view. I want to have this normal view. It's to page. Okay, yeah. I want to be able to see everything at glance. So I'm going to drag this. Oh. Okay. I'm just going to do this then. So how shoot power. We have some of sales by state, no, by product, and some of sales by retailer, right? So I'm going to come here again, pick another visual, and I want to see profits by city, right? So I'll just come here, pick this clustered column charts, pick the city, then click profits. Which of the cities is more profitable? Aye, this is way too much. I'm not going to use that. We have many cities, so I'm just going to create a table to see the top performing cities. Okay, let me use table for that. Use your tiny out for you. You know what to do. Let me remove that. I'm not going to use city, so I'm going to use region. Okay. So we want to see the top performing region. So change this to column charts. So where's the profits? Total profits. What's going on? Okay. I'll use. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. So we can see at glance the cities. We can see that it is Western. This is the West that has the total profit, that has the highest profit, right? So I'm going to come here. I'm going to come here. And we're going to look into it. We have our cities then. So I want to see what else can I calculate. Let me look at the variables. Retailer, we have products, we have already seen product by, okay. Is it by revenue? Which one did I do here? Let me see. Sum of sales, right? So let's look at revenue. Let's look at product by revenue. Product by revenue. Products. There is no revenue. Let's look at, let's use the counts of the product. Let's see how the counts of the product, how it performs. So total transactions. Total transactions. So just drag it here. So then where's the product? Which chart is that? Oh, they are even. And they kind of share the same thing, right? So let's put that one here. And once we do that, so let's use the last. We also have more place we can use to see something else. Let me look at what we can do this time around. So let's see sales method, right? Okay, or let me look at profit and see. I want to use stack column charts. So stack column charts. We're going to drag it across. I'm going to look at the profits. Okay, so I'm going to put sales method. Okay, I'm going to use total profit. I want to see profit, like basically want to see the month, the trend analysis, right? We want to see how our product actually performs, how it performs by month. So I'm going to come here, then I'm going to drag month into it. So take the month, you see how we generate profit by month. These are profits, right? So these are profits. Then I'll come, I'll change it to this line charts, line chart and column charts. So I want to use two visuals on this. I'm checking the profit, then by month, then I want to look at the sales trend, right? So that is what I'm going to use, and then that is where this one comes in, line X axis. So I'll put units sold in that one. Where's our units sold? Month on month, right? I want to see month on month sales. Oh, let me see. This is, I don't know, this thing is not visible. Let me try to increase to see what I'm doing. Okay, total profit by month. So now we want to see the month on month profit, month on month analysis of our profit. So, and I think we have already calculated month on month profit. So I'm just going to come here and drag it to, can you see? This is month on month profit. Just the way the profit, I don't want to use this. You don't want to use that. It's showing, no. Why? What's going on? What changed? Okay, this is the profits. Okay, yeah, fine. The reason why this is actually way long is because in that January is basically repeating itself. So that is why it is like this. So I think we need to, I'll just remove it. I'm going to remove it. Oh, to drag the profit here. So you see our profits. It means the month where we generated the highest profits was actually August. So you might want to find out why. You can see in January is the amount, in February, in March, so it just goes on. So you just want to confirm, okay, which months did we generate the highest profit? So you can see it at glance. So let me try to decrease this. Okay. So there are so many analysis that we can do. But then I'm just trying to look at how we can, let me see the products. Okay, we have already calculated for products now. Oh, let me see. Someone says by products. Yeah, we have the products here. The total profit by region. You know that our first by profit, West is our best performing region, followed by Northeast, followed by South, followed by Southeast. I think they are kind of very close, this Southeast, but notwithstanding, there is still a slight difference between them, followed by Midwest. Mm, So it depends on what you are trying to communicate to your stakeholders. Which of these do you think is the most satisfying thing to feature in your dashboard? So those are things that you consider when you are putting things, just not that you just put things at random. And let me, this one, I don't know. I want to see what is there. I'm not keeping track. Okay. Total transactions by products. Does it mean they are basically the same thing? 16 or so this means I need to confirm. I'm not certain. So you can also create a new listing if your report page is not really. So I want to confirm that total transactions, like, is it possible for them to have the same amount of transactions? So drag it here, then by what is it? Okay, total transactions by products. So I'll just come here. Where is the products? Okay. So that's actually right, kind of right. They are very, very close. That is why this visual is kind of very, very similar, right? You can see that there is no difference between them. There is basically no difference because here we have 1600, then here 1600 as shown, 1608, 1608, 1606, 1606. So the total transactions by each of them is actually kind of similar. So I'm just going to, maybe it is not really important to see total transactions by product. It depends on what you really want to communicate. So I'm just going to change this to region. Have we done region? Total transactions by region, total profit by region. So let me do total transactions by region. What am I doing? Okay, so you see the region where we had more transaction, it is in the west, then followed by northeast, followed by midwest, followed by south, and followed by southeast. So you can see that we just come in. And see our months. So we see how our products performed by month. The profit and everything. You can see that profit by month. We see which month is where we generate more profit. So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create a table. All right, I'm going to create a table here. Wow, it's even more than 6 listing already. So I want to see top 10 or top performing regions or states, right? So I'm just going to click states. You have the states. So I'm going to look at the profits. The total profits. So you have the profits. Then let me see which other one can we look into. Let's look at profits, total sales, right? So let's look at total transactions as well. Total transactions. Just want to look at the top 10. Okay. So that's what I want to do here. And that's why I'm using the table. We need to use, okay, let me just do that. So I'm coming to this total profit again to remove all the excessive zeros that we have there. Just change it to 2 decimal points. Good. So let me just change this total sales to 2 decimal points. Good. Oh, that's let me change it to 0 then. Okay, fine. We have 0 decimal points. So I want to change it to top 10. So how do I do that? So just come to this place, total profits, right? I want to see the top 10 states. Just click on this drop down, right? There you can see something like filter type. So come to this basic filtering, then click on this drop down. Click on this top N, then top what? Top 10. We want to see top 10, then add value by what? By profit. I want to see the top 10 by profit. So I'm going to add drop this profit here, right? Then apply. It reduces, can you see? It reduces it to top 10. So I'm just going to format it to make it bigger. I want to make the values bigger. All right. I'm going to put it to Okay, so let me go back to it. I have top 15, so we can fill in the apply. It's arranging it alphabetically. I want to see top 10, not alphabetic, in alphabetical order. No. Come here. Okay, yeah, so we have it now. We have the top 10 by profits, because I'm actually doing top 10 by profits. That is why you have the first. New York is the top performing state by profits. But if you look at others, you can see total sales, you can see transactions, but then they are not really ranked according to their to the values, because I'm only ranking it by profit, right? If I were to look by total transaction, you see that, oh, this California will definitely come first. So I'm ranking it by, so I'm going to come here. Okay, I'm not clicking on that. Will I make it bigger? Okay. Let me try to drag it back forward. So we have everything that we want. Yeah, so let me try to have the correct view. It's to page. And you see, we have everything there, but that's not the end. But I will stop here. Then tomorrow we'll finalize everything on this dashboard. So this is just at the basic level. You have it. And I've already created your dashboard and can always apply the same thing. So what I'm going to do, as you can see, I told you that marks, you should always have about 2 colors. Then we have blue, 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 but this is not how it is going to be. So tomorrow, I'm definitely going to change some things, add some things to it. So yeah, we're still going to use slicer, how to use slicer. So that's what I'm going to put into this blank area. So tomorrow, by God's grace, we are going to continue. So this is where we are going to stop today. Yeah. So and then tomorrow, to me by tomorrow, because I didn't really think about what we want to visualize. Maybe by tomorrow we might look into more things like, okay, maybe we should remove this, let's add this, remove this, add this. So let's see. So, but at the basic level, this is what our dashboard, this is what it looks like. And yeah, so tomorrow we are going to continue. Yeah. Let me see if there is any question, but we have to finish everything by 6:30. Excuse me, I noticed too. Okay. Is it total sales not the same thing as total revenue? No. Total sales is just like how many sales did we like. Total sales is like, oh, maybe I sell today, I sell 1,000 units today. Then tomorrow I sell 15,000. On Sunday, I sell certain amount. Then when everything is aggregated, that's total sales, right? All the sales that are made. But revenue is that in this 1,000 sales that I sell today, like maybe I sell 1,000 times, that is the sales, right? I sell 1,000 something. Then for each 1,000, maybe it is not possible for everything I sell to have the same price. Maybe some of them have 15, but then that 10,000 sales, it earns us 15 million revenue, 15 million in revenue, right? Do you see the difference? The revenue is the money we take in on sales. It is possible to have just one. You can have one sales, and I have 15 million. Maybe that's just one single person you sell to. You sell to that person, then the price of that thing you sell is 15 million. And it is possible that you will have to sell something of 15 million. You have to sell something 15 million times to have 1 million on it, depending on how it is. Do you get that? So the sales, the money you earn from the sales is your revenue, right? Yeah. And then when you factor in, when you subtract the cost of goods, how much it costs you to produce the product, right? Or to buy it, then when you now look at the additional cost that you add to it to sell it, when you now subtract how much it costs you, right, from the revenue, that is where you have your profit, right? To see your profit, you subtract cost of goods sold from revenue. That is how you have your profit, because cost of goods sold means how much you procured or got that thing, right? When you, let's say I buy something for 5 naira, then I sell it for 10 naira. 10 naira is my revenue, but that does not mean 10 naira is my profit, because at the end of the day, I'm going to subtract how much I buy it to see my profit. So I buy it for 5 naira, I sell it for 10 naira. When I subtract how much I sold, when I subtract how much I bought it from how much I sold it, whatever remains is my revenue. Is it clear? Yeah, so I can see Cecilia and Osai Govo raising hands. Please, okay, go on, please. What's your question?
Okay, thank you so much for the class.
Okay.
So I want to ask you said that you will show us a trick on the whole month-on-month sales and profits while
Yeah,
we create that.
I said that. I said, yeah. Okay, continue.
Okay, then secondly, sir, briefly, I don't know, maybe you should create a table to show the values of this total transaction month on month that you created, because what mine is showing is just showing 000, and I don't think, maybe
The
I
month
did
of
something
month.
wrong there.
Or what was showing 00000?
Total transaction month on month. I tried to look at it on a table, and the value it was giving me, the way we did for maybe sales, and we saw the increase and the decrease in the sales or in the profits. Then for this total transaction month on month, I don't know
Okay.
if you can just show it on a table. Like, let's see what it will give.
Okay, let me see. Because I've not even tested it. So total transactions. So I'm looking at total transaction month on month. So I'm going to drag the month. Then total transactions. Then total transactions month on month. Is this what's showing?
And then I did something wrong. That's not what it's showing. I'll
Oh,
check it again.
okay, you should check it then. Yeah, and as for the reason I said I'm going to show is only if 75% of the class showed up, and then I think we have less than 25%. But I can see about, when I check the group, we have about 130 people on that group. Okay, let's say the admin, let's say we have 120 people. Then we only have just 30 people. If you remove the co-host, the host and me, and so I think we have just 27 people. Yeah,
So I
so
also check the YouTube as well. People are watching from there.
oh, you don't have access to YouTube right now. So, well, that's why by the maybe by tomorrow, let's see, because it's already 6:30. So we can just continue from where we stopped to continue tomorrow. Yeah. So you can also delete this page too that I've created. It can be deleted. So we have just single this thing. Then we continue tomorrow. Yeah. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, so good. Continue tomorrow from where we stopped.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you so much.
You're
We know
welcome.
our culture, so please let's say thank you. Let's appreciate him both here and on the group. Yes. So we just quickly convey to the group, and then we have a wonderful weekend and enjoy yourselves. Bye.
Yeah, bye.